Hello critics, this is RatedT.S.M here, and this is episode 3 of my college mini-series, Campus Life. And today I'm going to talk about packing. I'm going to subdivide it into 3 categories: packing clothing and shoes, toiletries, and miscellaneous. So the mistake that a lot of college freshmen make, and even some upperclassmen sometimes, is that they bring way too much stuff to college, especially if you're going to a place that has no elevators. That's especially bad. My first experience and how I know that you can bring too much, like when stuff is too much, is when I went to Ithaca College in Ithaca, New York. I brought too many clothes. I was dragging a heavy suitcase up a hill. While I do live in a hilly place and I'm used to hills and I walked the hill every day in high school, I was not used to bringing a suitcase up a very steep hill in high school and whatnot. So if your suitcase is too heavy to drag around campus and too heavy to bring up the stairs, that's definitely going to be a problem, and that definitely probably might mean you brought too much stuff. When I went to Japan, unlike with Ithaca where I was just staying at one site, when I was there, I was dragging my stuff from site to site, and I was under the impression that we were going to get our stuff moved for us. That was not the case. So I had to bring my stuff up the stairs outside of a hostel once in Sapporo. It was a mess. It was a very difficult time for me, and especially with the airport and everything. I mean, you know, it's great to have a nice free trip, but make sure you don't go overboard with packing just because the trips are free for you. So when I was a college freshman, I brought way too much stuff too. Too much clothing, too much, I guess, toiletries to some degree, but not so much. That was probably the best thing I did with, and too much miscellaneous items. So let's get down to it. Packing clothing. You don't need your entire wardrobe, in spite of what some people will tell you. Because I was told when I went to my Penn State, acceptance students day, which is my top choice school, I was told that I would need basically my entire wardrobe by this one girl. Nope. You only need probably 2 really nice outfits, 1 more dress, or maybe 3. 1 really dressy outfit, 1 semi-dressy outfit if you're in nice events, and 1 probably interview formal outfit, like a blazer, pants, everything that you can wear. Say for instance, they have like the little career symposiums, or if you're doing interviews on campus, like I did RA interviews for instance. And you'll need to probably keep a lot of hangers free, because you might be getting a lot of free t-shirts. As for pants, you don't need as many pants as you do need shirts. You can wear the same pair of pants multiple times unless it's hot. And I brought all of my pairs of pants, which meant when I went home for breaks, I had no pants, or I had to bring pants home, or if I forget to bring pants home, I'd probably be wearing the same pair of pants all week because I had no pants, because I couldn't wear shorts in the winter. As for shorts, I only wore probably 2 pairs of shorts, 1 time each, my second semester. I never wore shorts. I do wear shorts in the summer, but I generally just dress mostly conservatively for the most part. So yeah. As for packing toiletries, now if you have hair like mine, you're probably not washing your hair more than once every week or every 2 weeks, whatever floats your boat. But you know, you probably might end up needing 1 bottle of shampoo and conditioner for the entire year if you use it wisely. That's all I needed, and I didn't even finish it. I think I have enough for the entire next year before I study abroad and whatnot. And I had shampoo and conditioner at home, so you know I wasn't going to bring that home and whatnot. As for lotions, I brought too many lotions though, and I wouldn't even finish them. I would just use one here, use one there, basically everywhere. I'm still trying to get rid of some of them. Not that I want to get rid of them, yeah, you know what I mean. And as for nail polishes, I brought basically my entire collection, which kept growing. Since I went home on the weekends to work and whatnot, I did not need to do that. Especially even with the clothing, back to that for a second, yeah, if you're going to go home on the weekends, you can bring clothes back and forth. I mean, I wash my clothes on campus, but you can bring them back and forth, and you know, what you don't want, what you do want, blah, blah, blah. Now, as for toiletries, I feel as though, you know, bring as much as you need for your personal health care, your care of self, because you might wash yourself twice a day and you might need more body wash. I only needed 2 bottles of body wash to get me through 2 semesters, and I didn't even finish the second one, but I did need the second one, mind you. And as for your hair, if you wash your hair daily, then yeah, you're going to need a lot more shampoo and conditioner. But be mindful, your campus probably has a campus store like mine did. Now, I didn't have my hair care products for my hair care needs, mainly just for white people, well, to be honest with you, but it is a mostly white campus, so you kind of get what you get at the end of the day. As for miscellaneous, You don't need to bring lots of fun things other than game systems. Game systems, I will say, are the exception. Bring some game systems. I did use my game systems. I used them. I loved playing games while I was on campus. That was great for me. But other than that, you don't really need other stuff. Like, I brought origami paper. I do love origami. I was president of origami club my senior year of high school, but I barely used it. I did use it sometimes, but barely, mind you. And as for other fun stuff, like the GIMP, what should we call it, or plastic lacing, where you do the little boxes, or you make the Chinese staircases or the twisty boxes, whatever, if you know what I'm talking about. I brought that, didn't use it at all, pretty much. And other things, I don't even remember some of the stuff I brought, but I know I brought a lot of useless stuff. As for actual physical containers, I brought too many containers. I brought one big trunk. That was the only one that I actually really used. And I brought a security box, the other thing I actually used, because in case my roommates and other people break in, or my roommates are shyshy or whatever. And the other two, I just had a bunch of stuff in it. Didn't need that. Now, cleaning stuff depends on the person. I needed cleanser because I would actually spray and clean my room. My roommates didn't do that. I gave them the option to do it, but they just didn't do it. You probably would need a broom. Actually, you definitely do need a broom and cleaning stuff like that. But you don't need too many containers. You can probably find cleaning stuff on campus, like dish soap, which I also use. I brought some food containers to bring food with me, so that was useful to me. But you know, if you're not the type of person that's going to do that, or you have a meal plan where you don't have to do that, then yeah, you have that. You don't have to worry about bringing containers and taking out food. Because I mean, I got rid of my meal plan because it was too expensive, and because I can finally get rid of it depending on where you live. But yeah, that's pretty much my advice to you guys. Don't bring too much stuff to college. You don't need a bunch of clothes. You don't need a bunch of toiletries. You don't need a bunch of that stuff, because you can buy a bunch of that stuff on campus as needed. And not only that, it'll save you some room. And you know, if you want things like a microwave, mini fridge, if you're living in a dorm, those are useful. I do have to put that out there. But if you're living in a little campus apartment like I'm going to be, I'm not going to leave that anymore. Also, if you don't use certain things like TVs, I use my TV because I like Lifetime Movie Network, and I like Lifetime and the shows on it, and I like the regular news channels and shows on it, like Big Brother, blah blah blah. But a lot of people use Netflix. I don't use Netflix. I don't ever plan on using Netflix either. And I also have an AV adapter, so I can watch YouTube and my K-dramas on Drama Fever like that on my TV. So yeah, you know, bring things if you need them. Bring things if you're going to use it. If you're not going to use it, if you haven't really used it at all, that means you didn't need it. And not only that, when it comes to decorations, if you're not the decorating type, don't bother bringing decorations. If you're not someone who likes fragrances, don't bother bringing fragrances and anything like that, because it's just a waste of money and a waste of time to even worry about it. So those are basically my tips for packing. So heed them if you want to, heed them if you don't. Come back next Tuesday for another episode. Eventually I'll get around to, you know, I guess doing my whole vlogging thing. But yeah, that'll probably be episode 5, 6, or 7 when I go do my shopping vlog. Anyway, bye critics.